Hi, everybody. Welcome to aidbees and welcome to another podcast. By now, you must be familiar with our series of podcasts running for the last 3 years. Today, it's a pleasure that I'm introducing four youngsters who have done amazing work in the last 1 year. But today, why we have them here, and it's our pleasure, is because these four together in the last April raised almost 8 lakh of funding for four different NGOs with the TCS run in Bangalore. All four of them ran the race. And, Tia did a virtual one. Seher and Sara ran 10 kilometers, and Ayansh was in the TCS. And you're on mute if you're speaking.
I
Did
didn't. Huh?
You didn't
No.
run. Okay, Ayansh was doing. No, yeah. So Ayansh did not run because he was not at the age category to run yet. But in spite of that, he raised money, and as we go along, we'll discover what exactly each one of them did. So welcome all, and it's a great pleasure to have you each here. So I'm going to start this with introducing each one of them as I see them on the screen. So the first one is Sara. Sara is a grade 10 student in Mumbai. She ran. Sara, do you want to introduce the NGO you ran for?
I ran for Akshaya Trust Foundation, which is for old age homes.
And how much money did you raise, Sara?
1,60,000.
Great. And what was your running timing? Do you remember?
I do not remember.
Okay. I think if I remember correctly, you ran in about an hour, 17, 18 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, somewhere around that.
Around that, right. Okay, so next is Seher. Seher, would you like to introduce yourself? Seher again is 15 years old from Mumbai. Seher, would you like to tell us about your NGO you ran for?
Yes, I ran for Sanja Charitable Foundation, and this foundation supports underprivileged athletes, and they provide them with equipment and places to train. So I also ran the 10K with Sarah, and my timing was probably 5 minutes up, from her, so it was around 1 hour 25.
Great.
Yes.
It's lovely. Thank you so much, Seher. Tia, so we have Tia, grade 11 student from Bangalore. Interestingly, Tia was one of the highest fundraisers in the Young Ambassador category, which is under 18 years of age. Tia, would you like to tell us about the NGO that you ran for?
Yeah, so I ran for the NGO called the Neonates Foundation of India, which helps underprivileged families to fund them for their preborn children, especially for the ones that are sick and not able to afford for their prenatal care for their children. Yeah, and I raised almost 5 lakhs for the NGO, and yeah.
Great job. Thank you so much, Tia. Okay, Ayansh is our youngest fundraiser today here. Of course, during the run, we had a 3-year-old raising funds, but for today, Ayansh is the youngest. Ayansh, how old are you?
I'm 11 years.
You're 11 years old. And which grade are you studying in?
5th.
Okay, lovely. Do you want to tell us about the NGO that you raise funds for?
The NGO's name is Gubbachi. They help the underprivileged kids of the migrant laborer workers who come to work in Bangalore, and the fund they help the underprivileged kids to study.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Okay, great. So, viewers, what we're trying to do today is to see what got these young fundraisers to actually fundraise. And as they fundraise, and it's a 4 to 5 month journey that each one of them underwent. Um, what experiences did they have? What did they learn from it? And where are they today after 4 months of actual fundraising ending and the race ending? So I'm going to briefly ask them questions and try and rebuild what brought them here. So I'm going to start with Tia. Tia, tell us a little about how did you think about fundraising?
In the beginning, I was actually pushed by my mom to start this fundraising. I was very iffy because I'm honestly like a very big introvert, so I don't like, socializing a lot and like messaging people. So I tend to like be in my own little bubble. But then when my mom was like, you should give it a shot, and I'm like, okay, fine. Wherever I go, I go. So when I started, I had opened my page on the TCS app, fundraising app, and I began sending messages to people who I like personally knew in the beginning. I was like, I'm raising funds for this NGO, and I would like your support. I would like, like it was for a certain cause and all of that. I did like face a lot of like, read messages and delivered and all of that. But I feel like it was internally, I was like, it's for good cause. We can keep trying, we can keep like moving ahead with this. So I had set a goal for like 1 lakh in the beginning. And then when I reached that, I kept extending it. So I was like 1 lakh, 3 lakh, and then finally it was the 5 lakhs. And it was a very big jump for me, a very big experience. And honestly, I was really happy to do it and help like, underprivileged people. And it's a good cause.
What made, how did you get to change? I mean, what made you change? What made you reset your target?
I feel like when I had set the target for 1 lakhs, I was actually very like not confident that I would reach it. But the moment I touched 1 lakhs, I was like, you know what? People are very caring. They want to help. And that's what made me move on to 3 lakhs because reaching out to people, asking them for help, giving them an explanation of what they think of what like the NGO is about, and like pushing forward to 5 lakhs. I mean, like 4 to 5 lakhs was like the hardest time of my entire raising the funds. But every time I got like a certain amount, I'm like, you know what? Let's go on. Let's keep moving. So yeah.
That's lovely and amazing job done by you. Fantastic. I hope you keep that up. Ayansh, you tell me, and you're on mute.
Uh, I didn't know about it, but then my father opened a page and he told me about it, and most of the credit goes to my father because he only sent messages to his friends and our relatives and family, and maybe our school parents. He also gave me the idea to go to school parents and tell during like our parents teacher meeting and everything.
Oh, lovely. So, how was your experience when you spoke about it in the school?
Good. Mostly I didn't speak about it, but we just sent messages. We have a group for all our students.
Oh, lovely. That's great. Good job done, Ayansh.
Thank you.
Seher, what made you join? What made you think about it?
Uh,
You like?
I first started because I heard about it since you're working with aidbees. So I thought, maybe this year I'd want to connect with what you're doing as well. But also I started fundraising because I wanted to connect my passion for sports with something just bigger than like myself. So being an athlete, I know how much like support and opportunities you need. So like things like good coaching or equipment, like or just even getting a chance to compete. So but I also realized that there are many talented athletes in India that don't get like the equipments or those opportunities, not because like they don't have the talent, because they don't have the money or resources to do that. So when I heard about that, that also felt very unfair. So for me, I started fundraising before I even thought about running, because to be honest, I didn't reach like the age category. I turned like 15 the day before I ran for the marathon. So I was really happy about that, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to run. Also, while running, there were many moments where I felt like
Perfect timing.
there were many moments I felt like I couldn't like complete it as I was running with Sarah. We both were trying to push our way through till the end. So what gave me the motivation, and probably what gave us as well, is that we knew that we were running not just for ourselves, but to support like a NGO which needed a lot of help. So when we were running, I think the motivation I got was to finish this not for myself, but to finish it for all the people, all the athletes who are underprivileged, and let them have a chance to maybe shine out in the world.
Wow. It's an amazing thought, I have to say. So yeah, viewers, so something that I forgot to mention earlier is that all these four people, kids that we have here today, young people, they're all extremely into sports. Each one of them is accomplished in their own different ways. Sarah is into football, gymnastics, karate, and I don't know what now, what else. Seher, again, gymnastics, swimming, skateboarding, and off late into running. Tia, would you like to tell us the sports? I know you're into sports, but I'm not very sure what all sports you're into. So if you could just tell the viewers what all sports are you running? I mean, you're playing. Yeah, you're on mute.
Yeah. I play football. I'm an athlete and I'm a swimmer. So,
Great. And Ayant, Ayant, can you tell us what all sports do you play?
I play cricket, badminton, football, and I also like swimming.
Wow. See, so all of them at such a young age are into so many different sports, and of course, running, they all seem to have picked up as they're going ahead in life. I'm going to change the gear a little, and Sarah, I'm going to come to you. And Sarah, what are the skills that you used when you were fundraising? Did you do, I mean, you raised almost 1.5 lakh, which is not easy for a first timer. So I'm sure you must have had your ups and downs while raising funds. So did you change at any strategy, anything that you could share with us?
So at first, when I started, I wasn't very motivated to do it. And then as time went by, I started getting more motivated because of my mom, because of Seher. And then sometimes when I was fundraising, like people didn't donate for like 2 to 3 days. And then when that was happening, I tried staying like consistent. And like I didn't want to give up, because I was like, I know I can raise more. And I also like use my time management skills, which haven't been very great in the past. But to balance school, to balance constantly messaging people, then even telling people in school all the time, and even after like repeatedly remind them they're not like giving the money, like donating the money. So after all of that, so balancing school, balancing extracurriculars, plus having to convince people all the time, constantly call people, text people, tell them in person, it improved my time management skills.
Lovely. Looks like you learned a lot from this entire exercise. So are you proud of yourself?
Yeah.
And do you wish you had pushed yourself a little more?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Seher, tell us, Sarah keeps referring to you and you keep referring to her. So I do know you guys are friends. I think somewhere you were instrumental in inspiring Sarah. So tell us, how did this whole thing come about? And you went around inspiring her and maybe other people. So you want to talk about that a little?
Yeah, so when like I heard about like when we were introduced to like fundraising for this marathon and for aidbees and all, I was actually with her at that time. but I don't think she was fully into it yet. But at that time, I was like thinking in my head about, it's like a good idea. Maybe I should start thinking about it now. And I think when she saw that I was taking action into like what I was thinking about, she also felt like maybe like she wanted to do it too. But we both were actually planning on fundraising for the same NGO at first. But then we also realized that like maybe we both should fundraise for two different NGOs and maybe to like help two different causes that need to be solved. So I went with the underprivileged athletes, and Sarah went for, I think, the elderly um, people in India. So I feel like it wasn't exactly me who made her do it. It was just my inspiration. Otherwise, Sarah did all of it by herself, her and the inspiration from her mom and the support from her. But I think that without Sarah, without like it works both ways. Without her being there, without me being there for her, I don't think her and I would have been at the place we are today.
Fantastic. So I guess teamwork worked for both of you. Yeah. Great. And I've seen the two of you personally push each other and inspire each other. So yeah, it's been great to see how you girls work together and how the whole thing transpired. And yeah, I do remember when you said we'll do it together, and I think aidbees kind of worked around both of you, and also the way they changed what you girls started with the whole. So to tell the viewers, Seher and Sarah wanted to fundraise, if I'm not mistaken, for animal cause. Uh, and then the team at 8B spoke to them, got to know what they're really passionate about, and then kind of mentored them towards looking at the different causes that they could actually support, befitting what their interests were. And definitely, we've seen such a great. I mean, Seher is almost at 2.5, Sarah is at 1.5. So together, they did manage to raise almost 4 lakh rupees, and that's fantastic. For a first timer, both of them were raising funds for the first time. And yeah, so we can see what teamwork can do, how they can inspire, even at such a young age. The two of them have been inspiring each other. So kudos to you girls. Thank you so much for it. And moving to you, what do you have to tell us about your fundraising journey? How was it for you?
It was good. I felt that I'm doing something for the people, the underprivileged, privileged children like me, who are the same, like just like me. They also want to study and explore education, but they're not getting it. So I felt good. I helped the kids to get education who
So
deserve to get it.
totally, completely agree with you. Every child deserves it, and it's
And it's
heartbreaking.
also, and I also learned that it's a rule that children should get education compulsory till 14, but they either they can't or they don't want to.
True. Right to education is definitely a fundamental right
Yeah.
in India, and up to the age of 14, as we say. And unfortunately, not a lot of children are able to, uh, as I said, due to finances or other reasons, are not able to pursue education. And Gubachi, the NGO that he's supported, is working very hard, especially in Bangalore, to try and see if children can go to school, and at least, if nothing else, till the age of 14, and learn basic, as we call them, the 3 R's, so that they can then in turn be informed and are able to take decisions which can further better their lives. And it's great to see young children like Ayan supporting them. And what would you tell other children like you who can, maybe should do it? Anything that you would like to tell them to inspire them?
Um, they should try to ask their parents to help them, and everything.
Great,
Hola.
great.
Sorry, my grandpa did not know. He thought I
No,
just
that's
had a
okay.
class.
That doesn't matter. Don't worry. Do you want to say that again if you want to? Say it again.
I think children should. I'll try to tell my friends to try and search something, or like this marathon they can donate, like they can become a fundraiser next year with the help of their parents. Even if they can't do, they can take the help of their parents and themselves also.
And also fundraising, I just want to add to what Ayan said, is that fundraising does not have to go in lakhs. It can be any amount. We know fundraisers who raise about 10,000. That's all right. From 10,000 to 10 lakhs to a crore, it doesn't matter. It's a matter of starting at some point. And as you heard Tia say that she started with 1 lakh and then ended it at 5. So you can change your goals, you can change the amounts that you're raising. So yeah, going back to Ayansh, as he said, it's about taking that first step and reaching out to your family and friends to help you. Thanks, Ayansh, for those inspiring words. Tia, I wanted to understand from you during your fundraising. I'm sure, I mean, since you moved from 1 to 5, did you at any point get any rejections? If so, how did you overcome them? And before that, how did you feel when people rejected or didn't respond? Light up.
Well, yes, I did face a lot of rejections. Uh, though I feel like I didn't really let that discourage me because um, knowing that we have such a big social circle, you have so many people to ask, and just connecting to them was like good. At the same time, I did understand that people had their own priorities and limitations. So you have to keep telling them, like, yeah, I know, like, you might be having this problem or that problem, but whatever amount you have or you want to donate is fine. There's no limit. Um, and I feel like I did handle it by being like pretty respectful towards them, like thanking them for their time, like understanding for donating. And like that, I kept moving on to the next person. I think I also learned to like how to pitch to each person's interests and concerns. I think that really helped, which got me where I am. And yeah, I feel like they did increase my success rate at some point.
Definitely. What I really liked here is the fact that you said that you were very respectful of each person, in spite of whether they donated or not, and the fact that you thanked each one of them, no matter what the amount was, because often we tend to forget, and again, as you elaborated, the fact that each one has their own limitations, may be preoccupied with things. And it's very important for us to realize as fundraisers that not every time we ask people meaning our friends and our relatives will actually come out and donate. And that's okay. The understanding, and it's amazing that at such a young age you can speak about this and have actually experienced it. Great work done. Thank you so much. Sarah, how has this experience changed you? I know it's something that you did inspired by a friend of yours, but I'm sure this journey that you took on your own after after the initial inspiration, and now looking back, you've had 4 months since it's all ended and you've gone back to regular life. Anything changed for you? Anything makes you feel a little different today?
I honestly feel really good that I raised money, and like I still think about it like really often, because when I was, I think, like 5 or maybe a little older, I used to go to old age homes for every birthday. And as I grew older, I didn't really care as much, or like I didn't take the initiative to actually go there. And we like forgot about it. My sister and I both forgot about it. And then when this like fundraising thing came across, I saw that there was like
there was like this like trust that I could like raise money for old age homes or elderly people. And I was like, why don't I just bring this back? And now I'm actually considering doing more fundraising for old age homes, actually going back to old age homes and actually like talking to them, because I used to see how happy they were when we used to play games with them, read books, all of that. So I think I want to go back to an old age home on every birthday and like just see that smile on their face again. And like that way it made a really big difference.
Wow, that's so inspiring. And I'm glad that you reconnected to something you started so early in life. Congratulations and great work, Sarah. Thank you. Coming back to you, Seher, tell us the proudest moment of your fundraising journey.
I think my proudest moment was probably when like every time I crossed my goal. Not only that, not even only online, also when I crossed the finish line. I mean, I don't know if that counts as fundraising, but also like for me, it was definitely a part of it. But as Tia was also saying how she kept increasing her goal. For me, it didn't happen as much, but when my goal was also 1 lakh in the starting because I was also not quite sure of like if I could reach it yet. Um, but then when I crossed it, I increased it to 2 lakh, and when I reached 2 lakhs, it actually increased as well, and this was like on the last and like the last day. So, and in the end, I was very like proud of myself, and I was very like happy to know that I raised this much money because I would have never expected it. So I think my final like amount was I think 2.25 lakhs, yeah. And like knowing that like it makes a person feel so proud because it's not even for you, it's for like the NGO. So but you feel like you've done something so great and you feel like you've helped so many people in like in the world in like for the NGO and all. So I think that was an unforgettable moment which I'll forever like wanna go back to every single time.
You're right. I mean, the amount of lives you've touched is huge. So yeah, all of you have to feel proud of what you've done. And definitely, it's not just a figure. The number of people who benefited is enormous, way more. And Seher, you talking about that you felt proud not only of reaching the goal set by you, but even the fact that when you crossed the finish line and you thought about it, that just talks about how running can be elevated to another level, and which is something. It's a thought which a lot of adult fundraisers have often said that we run and we've been running for years, so now what next? And the next is literally what you just said, that for them the next is that as each mile they cross, in their minds they think how many lives they're changing and how many lives are going to be changed by what they're running for, and how they are ending it. Well, like when they reach that 10 kilometer, like in Bangalore it's a 10-kilometer race, and then what is the number of people that they have touched. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up, and that's a great thought
Yeah.
with which I think we're going to end. But before we go, we're almost at the fag end of the podcast. I just wanted each one of you, if you could leave one message for so many other young fundraisers who are out there, or even adult fundraisers. Anything you guys would like to say, please.
Maybe I'd say like don't wait till you're older like to figure out when to start. Maybe start now. Like it doesn't matter how like big the change is, even the smallest like actions you take can like make a huge difference to to the people who don't really like who want that privilege. So I think that it's best to take action and not think about it.
Wow, that's such a great thought. Thank you so much, Seher, for that. Tia, anything from you?
I feel one message that I would give was take the first step and don't be afraid to ask. because I think us as all young people really like have that little border thing of asking people, and it might seem daunting, but actually it's a rewarding experience that can help you develop a new skill and build confidence, which can really make a big impact. And every small contribution counts, and a collective effort can lead to like a big significant change. So yeah.
Yeah, you'll be amazed to know that every fundraiser has pretty much the same thought, that we are scared to take that first step. And it's often about that first step. Once you've crossed that, then you're good to go. So yeah, the first step is really important. Thank you so much, Sia. Ayush, would you like to say something in the end to your other fellow students, your friends? Anything you want to say to them about fundraising?
Me?
Do you want to say anything to your friends about fundraising, how they can do it or why they should do it?
First, you don't feel like doing it, but then after you do it, you feel very good
So true. So
that
right.
you're doing such a good cause.
I agree. Yeah. It is scary and you don't want to do it. That's so true. That's so true. But yes, as all of you have said, once you finish it, the feeling is a completely different and life changing. Thank you so much, Ayansh, for that. Sarah, anything from your side for your friends?
So I was originally gonna say exactly what Sahar said, that like don't wait to grow up. Like you don't need to be an adult to make a difference. But something else I would also say is don't give up. Like even like when I was fundraising, when people weren't donating, I wanted to give up, but then I didn't. And even while running, like halfway through, I was like, I'm done. I don't think I could finish this. But I still didn't give up and ran like till the end.
Great. Thank you so much, all of you. It's been so great to have you guys here and hearing from you, and especially the fact how each one of you has reiterated the fact that it is scary to take that first step. But once that first step is taken, how not easy, but how inspiring it is. And then that feeling in the end, that what an achievement we've had, or how many lives we have changed. That feeling is something that you guys can't forget, right? Thank you so much for the time you've taken out and sharing all this with us. Great to have you all here. Thank you.